Hello and welcome back to another installment of Fodder. Today I want to talk about the figure that you see spinning on the main wheel here, Tapu Fini. But first, we have a maintenance announcement. This one kind of comes as a surprise to me, and I don't anticipate this to be anything more than just a bug fix. Although, as I say that, it is a 6-hour maintenance. And that seems like a long time just for some bug fixes, but it feels like most of their maintenances take about 6 hours. So I don't know if that's just how long it takes to shut down the system, debug, and then re-upload everything onto the main server and get it back up and running. I honestly don't know what is involved with creating a game. I'm sure it's millions and millions and millions of lines of code. But what they're gonna do is there's something about the Mega Evolution figures were unable to Mega Evolve, while allied Mega Evolved Pokemon were in Ultra Space. But here's the thing. I thought when Ultra Space was first introduced that if a Ultra Beast went off to, or if a Mega Evolution went off to Ultra Space, I'm having a hard time talking this morning, but if a Mega Evolution went to Ultra Space, the moves clock on it did not go down. I thought that was one of the things that they specifically said in the release of Ultra Space. So if you had Mega Gengar and it got sent off to Ultra Space, it would stay Mega Gengar while in Ultra Space and not de-evolve back down to Gengar. And if that's the case, then you already have one Mega and you shouldn't be able to do a second Mega. That's the way I understood it. Apparently that's not how it's supposed to work, because figures were unable to Mega Evolve while allied Mega Evolved Pokemon were in Ultra Space. That doesn't sound like a bug to me. I thought that's how it was supposed to work. Not quite sure there. Night Slash attack. Abilities of Pokemon moved to the field via the effects of Night Slash that should have been triggering when moving from bench to the field were not triggering. Zap Cannon attack and Homeward Lights ability. When Mega Ampharos is knocked out by Zap Cannon, Pokemon returned to the field via Homeward Lights are no longer paralyzed. And then you can't play while they're doing their maintenance announcement. I really don't think there's going to be anything about this one. I think on the 1st, so like in a week, is when the next big major update with the new banner will be happening. But I did want to touch on that for you. Let's look at Tapu Fini, because this figure is an older figure. It came out when all the Tapu lines came out, and it generated a lot of buzz early, and then it went away. But people are playing Tapu Fini again, and here's why. Because of the blue Pawnee Wish. You may select one opposing Pokemon, very important. If you do, this Pokemon and the selected opposing Pokemon are excluded from the duel. Now, the reason why this is gaining so much ground is because if you are running an Ultra Beast deck, okay, or here, how about this? If you're not running an Ultra Beast deck and you don't really have a way to call back figures, so you're not running a Formosa or a Cosmog or an Iligo or an Ampharos. Basically, you guys know. If you're not running a figure that will call your own figures back from Ultra Space, and you're going against an opponent that has Celesteela, if Celesteela gets rolling, it's blue, you are in trouble. Like, you are going to be playing figures down, as you saw in yesterday's video when I was testing out the Gyarados and the Salamence and the Mega Salamence deck. My opponent rolled a couple of Celesteela, the blue, I can't think of what it is off the top of my, Rendezvous, and I'm down figures. Well, Pawnee Wish is gonna be that anybody who attacks into me, or if I attack them and I land a blue as my winning roll, the only way that blue doesn't win is if you roll against another blue. well then I can take that Celesteela threat off the board. Now it's going to cost me my own figure, true, but if we're talking about I'm losing figures regardless, then losing a figure to take the figure that is causing me to lose other figures off the board is a huge trade. Like, that is good trade for me. Additionally, another thing about this is if I'm running an Ultra Beast deck, similar to the one that I have on the main screen there, and my opponent is running an Ultra Beast deck, but my opponent's running Ampharos with Mega Ampharos and 2 plates. Well, if I banish his Ampharos and Mega Ampharos, I have a way to call back my figures. And so will my opponent most likely, but they've now wasted 2 plates because of both their Mega Ampharos plates. If I can get Ampharos banished early, then he has 2 dead plates, and it's going to be more difficult because typically people who run Ampharos and Mega Ampharos are really probably only running Formosa and Celesteela, and so they're not going to have anything going to Ultra Space. I mean, they're going to have things going to Ultra Space, but it's going to be a lot more difficult for them to bring them back. I hope all that makes sense. Just going over the rest of Tapu Fini, it has the ability of Misty Surge. It's valid only on your turn. This Pokemon can MP move past non-Fairy type Pokemon on the field. When this Pokemon is on the field, whenever your Water type Pokemon move from the bench, they may only move to a point 1 step away from an entry point. This ends your turn. Pokemon within 2 steps of this Pokemon are not affected by new special conditions. The moving of water figures to 1 space away from the entry point is a blessing and a curse, because it's like Empoleon's ability of diving entry, where it's nice if your entry points are covered because you can just bring your water figures out and you don't have to worry about your entry points being covered. The bad side of that is your turn is over when they come out onto the board. So if you need to bring a figure, like if you want to do a scoop up for a figure and try to attack to defend your goal, you can't. Things of that nature. If you need to attack somebody while moving off the bench with your water figure, you just can't do it. And so that's not always the best. A ton of myths on this figure, as you would imagine, because of the ability to banish your opponent. You've got a 4 miss, and mine's at level 9, so all these have been shrunk down, but I want to say that it starts with 20 miss. So you've got a 4 miss, Dazzling Gleam, which hits for 79, opposing Pokemon adjacent to this Pokemon spin, and if they spin a gold attack, they're knocked out. That's not as predominant in today's meta, although for the Tapu Kokos that attack into you, or if you attack the Tapu Kokos and then Zapdos, and that's kind of the only real gold attackers that we see in today's meta. I'm trying to think of what else I see. You may get the one-off Rayquaza, and then a handful of other things, a Decidueye every now and then, but that's not, Dazzling Gleam is not as big of a move as it was, say, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, where there was a heavy purple meta, and there was a lot more gold attackers in the game. A 32 wheel slice of Mud Energy, which is a 2-star purple. The battle opponent and 1 neighbor Pokemon directly behind it are knocked back 1 step and gain weight. Another 4 miss, and then we have the Pawnee Wish. Going back to Muddy Water, that is a good move. And here's my issue that I have with Tapu Fini, and I do have it set up in this deck. I will run it in a game, maybe 2, is I don't know personally, and what I want you guys to comment on is Tapu Fini an attacker, or is Tapu Fini a hold back on a defender figure? Because I really don't know. Like, 79 is not that strong, but Muddy Water is really nice if you can get Tapu Fini up next to the opponent's goal, attack into the goalie. Like, that's a good play. And it's really weird. Tapu Fini shines, I think, when it is on one of the 2 baselines. So if it's on your opponent's baseline, I think it's a really nice figure because of the purple move, Muddy Waters. If it's on your baseline, I think it's a good move because, again, Muddy Waters can help eliminate a threat at your goal. And opponents are really going to want to attack into this because of that Pawnee Wish and the fear of getting their figures banished. But everything in between really is kind of no man's land for me anyways when I run Tapu Fini. And so I really struggle with how to properly run this figure. Nonetheless, I'm going to put this deck together and I'm going to see what we can do with it. And I'm not promising that anything great is going to happen because a lot of times in my spotlight videos, I try to get the figure that I'm spotlighting into action, even if that play is not the most advantageous or best play to make. And so if the game sets up so that I'm using Tapu Fini on my baseline and it just kind of sits there at my goal, you know, I'm not going to force the action. And here we go. So we've got Kartana, triple Nihiligo, Celesteela, and Mega Gengar. This is really interesting because this is kind of like the poison deck that I tried to run the other day, and it did not really work out too well for me. I'm going to go first. I'm going to long throw my Celesteela out here. My opponent probably brings Gengar out. That's what I would do if I were my opponent. And he's not going to. So then I am going to take my Nihiligo and we're going to just set up the Ultra Beast cheese. My opponent isn't going to let me see his plates. Alright. So we are going to take the ability. We're going to Rocket Ride on up. So now my opponent's going to be forced to Goal Block. Okay. And let's see. I think that I am going to kind of run up the outside lane over here. I'm going to cancel that ability. We're going to let Formosa take on the battle here. My opponent gets Call Signal, which is of no use to him. So I will take the Surround. And let's see if we can get the 2-for-1 here. Maybe not. Nope. But my opponent's going to get their Nihiligo back, which is unfortunate. Gengar is going to come out, and we are going to take Zoroark and put Zoroark down on the back row. Really kind of a bummer that I could not roll my Call Signal, because I would have liked to have taken out that Nihiligo there. And I messed up. I'm not gonna lie. I completely messed up here. I should have taken my Zoroark the other way. And that's a lesson. I'm gonna get bailed out. But that is a lesson that I continuously fail to learn. Is when Gengar comes out, don't put a figure on the same side. Always bring the figure to the other side. We're gonna go Tapu Fini to the back row. Kartana. We're gonna go. We're gonna go Fini to my goal. I don't know how many figures are in Ultra Space. 1, 2, 3. Do I have 2 figures in Ultra Space? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, because my other one's captured over there. What do we do here? This is not good. Honestly. And I don't like this play, but I feel like I kind of have to do this one. Is I can't let him get up next to my goal. Because nothing I can do with Ampharos is going to be good. Like, I just can't let him get up next to my goal. So, I'm going to take my... Pretty poorly played on my part here. Take my Nihilego, and I'm going to go after his Kartana. I played that pretty poorly. So I'm going to try to get my figure back. Call signal works. And put my call signal there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And I hope I don't KO my own figure. It's actually a good roll for me right there. Alright, so we've got all my figures back. 1, 2, 3. He's got all his figures. And, I'm going to cancel that ability. I'm not really concerned. Wow. Well, alright then. We will take Zorark. That was an interesting decision by my opponent there. What's my opponent have? Double chances left. That's it. Call signals a waste. I'm just going to move on up. I guess he's going for stun poison. I'm honestly not that sure. Maybe he was trying to get his... I can't speak for what my opponent was trying to do there. Because I just don't know. That... I don't have anything in Ultra Space, so that is going to be a wasted move, except now I'm going to take his other figure. Now, all this time, his Kartana is getting stronger and stronger. But it's not really going to matter because he's in the PC with no way of coming out. Okay. That was interesting placement there. I wish I could comment more on what it is my opponent is doing, because I mean, right now I think he's trying to get his Nihilegos back. Oh, he's just trying to poison everything, which is really bizarre. Like, I can see that when you're trying to use him in a poison deck, but his Gengar isn't on the board. I guess he's anticipating getting his Gengar on the board, although... Okay, so knocked out my Zordo. Although it's going to be really difficult for him to get his Gengar on the board at this point. The only figure that can get knocked out is Celesteela. go up here, threaten the surround. I don't have anything in Ultra Space, so we will come down here and collapse. Now I'm gonna have to, because he does have 2 Nihiligos in Ultra Space, I'm going to have to respect that and keep 2 figures back. Because he can go call signal, and then I can be in a lot of trouble. And there's the first of the 2 call signals that he needs to roll. I think right there is the only real place. Yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and back off so I don't get surrounded. And then I just don't feel like going Mega is a good decision at the moment. I'm going to go after his Celesteela. That was a bad play. Because if he rolls blue and I don't, then I get surrounded. Like clockwork. Like, it did not take 2 seconds for me to say, that was a bad play, for it to come to fruition that I get punished for making my bad play. Anyways, we'll go Mega Ampharos, we'll bring Celesteela back out, and then I'm going to push forward with my Ampharos. That was like instant redemption on making a terrible, terrible play. So now I'm going to move straight up the outside lane with my Celesteela. I will take over this entry point. I have to say, I have no clue what my opponent's strat is here. And it's kind of befuddled me this entire game as far as what it is his goal is. And I feel like at this point he's using AI because he's not taking any time off of his clock when he makes his moves. 140, 149. I feel like I say they're using AI a lot, but like no time is coming off of his clock. It would be nice if my figures would roll call signal or blue or something to prevent him from constantly getting his figures back. I guess we'll go here and attack. I think that's my best play. Oh man. We'll go for the knockout secret again. Rendezvous is gonna work. No, I don't have any blue. Well, I have tiny, tiny blue there. It's gonna be a winning roll. I'm gonna go over here and wake him up since he had a symbiont marker on him. And I could have attacked his Celesteela. Come on, Formosa, roll a blue. Again. Formosa has not rolled. I don't know that Formosa has rolled a call signal yet in this game. We're gonna go here. It's gonna force him to attack. If he rolls Rendezvous, it's game over. Flame Gun sucks. Flame Gun sucked, but I rolled blue. And I believe that is finally a good game. Still not really. I really am. I have no idea what my opponent's strategy was there, and I've said that a couple times, but the strat of sending his figures off to Ultra Space and constantly bringing them back. I don't get it. I don't get it. But like I said, I wanted to highlight Tapu Fini. Unfortunately, you know, the game just didn't play out. In that particular game, it was better for me to use Fini as the goalie. Now, maybe I could have gotten it out into Battleborn, but my opponent had a lot of blue. It was going to be pretty difficult that my 20 wheel slice blue was going to match up against other figures with like 36 blue and pull off the Pawnee Wish. I will go check out the, let's go look at Spotlight. Well, here, let's look at in Lucy, which is running 2 Tapu Finis in kind of a hybrid Ultra Beast type. Let's check out this game here, and I haven't watched this at all, so I'm not quite sure if they get into the game, but my guess is that they will be a part of the game. Going up against Duel, which is a full Ultra Beast deck, Katana, Celesteela, Nihilego, Xurkitree, Guzzlord, and Pheromosa. Lucy's running Tapu Fini ×2, Ampharos, I'm sure there's Mega Ampharos, Coco, and then Celesteela and Pheromosa. Let's kind of check out how this one plays out. Maybe Tapu Fini can get a little bit more action. So already you can see that Lucy is getting his Tapu Finis right into the middle of the action. Really good decision to attack Kartana there. Kartana doesn't have an attack that can knock out 80. Apparently there's a chain level. Muddy Waters is going to go down now. Let's see. Does Muddy Waters work on a corner? And it does not. So already Lucy is way, way, way more aggressive with his Tapu Fini than I was. Just a different playstyle, something to showcase how different figures can be used. Muddy Waters obviously can't take someone around the corner. Oh, got the Pawnee Wish, but it did not work out as call signal. And that's what I meant in my last game, whenever I talked about it. My Pawnee Wish just probably wasn't going to survive or become effective against such a heavy blue deck. Lucy totally has board control at the moment. Pheromosa versus Pheromosa. Both entry points are taken. And Duel did not want to attack with his Celesteela. He's going to play a little bit of defense here. So Duel did a nice job of opening up the board. Going after Guzzlord here. Flame Gun is going to be a nice roll. Do the swing. Does not. Respin in for that Rendezvous. And it doesn't work out. Oh. And now both figures get tossed away. Ouch. So one Fini is off the board, but just to the PC, not to banishment. Nice gold into purple right there. That's going to be the first figure tossed off to the Ultra Space. Okay. Now, call signal. Nope. They both have -1 MP markers on them now, which is kind of funny. Blue on blue, and that's going to be the surround of Guzzlord. Let's see what happens here. Fly. I can say, and I've mentioned this in yesterday's video, that my Celesteela is rolling Fly a lot right now. And I've noticed on some featured videos, I see opponents' Celesteelas rolling Fly. And that's really weird. I wonder if they went in and not, I don't really mean this, but I wonder if they went in and recoded. Okay. Recoded it so it lands Flyboard, because mine used to never roll Fly. Muddy Waters looks like Ooh. Muddy Waters almost came through with the winning roll there. Unfortunately for Lucy, Scoop Up and Call Signal worked to his opponent's advantage. Rendezvous is going to go down. So we have one figure from each side. I guess that's the only one in Ultra Space, or is our... One, two, yeah, that's the only one. Rocket Ride Formosa to the other side of the board. Mega Ampharos. So Lucy's running the double Mega Ampharos plates here. Okay, so that's going to prevent Formosa from doing Call Signal Cheese, although it is going to get the Tapu Koko surrounded. Lucy is a lot more aggressive with the Tapu Finis than I was for sure. It's going to be a winning roll. Let's see, he's going for Call Signal here, and he gets the Call Signal. Okay. I think a Call Signal surrounds, but it's risky attacking into Tapu Fini because, okay, so he doesn't roll the blue, but it is risky business attacking into a Tapu Fini. And Lucy's just got him completely pinned down right now. And there's the Pony Wish, and he took out the Formosa, okay. Now they're both gone. They're excluded from the duel. They're not in Ultra Space, so that could be important to know later in the game. I think he's going for the cycle, but if he gets the win, then that's cool too with Tapu Koko here. And the opponent doesn't want to surround because he wants to leave Tapu Koko on the board. This could be the other Mega Ampharos, and it is. Man. There's a Rendezvous going down. So our opponent is down to 2 figures. Could be down to... Oh, such a clutch Ultra Lightning right there. I mean, not that... Ouch. That may actually be better. Not that Nihilego could not bring back figures, but a Rendezvous here is not going to be good. Okay, so he gets the clutch Call Signal there. He's going to bring back... What does he bring back? Oh, he's going to bring back Tapu Koko from Ultra Space. Since that was his last Mega Ampharos, probably better to bring something back from Ultra Space than to bring out his Formosa. Faramosa. Threatening goal. Okay. Again, probably just trying to cycle through, although not really much to cycle through here since going to the PC doesn't bring out anything. There's another Rendezvous. Okay, so he's going to put Fini in a position that his opponent is going to have to attack into. If he rolls blue, he's going to take out the goalie and win the game. That did not happen. He moves back. Hope he doesn't have little jump. He doesn't. Oh, that was an unfortunate roll there for, if he hits Rendezvous, I think it's a weight win. Brutal Swing, did he just throw him out of the way of the goal? He did. And the weight loss. Wow. Alright, so there you go. You got to see a little bit of everything there from Tapu Fini. Way more than you saw whenever I ran it. But let me know in the comments below, what do you think of Tapu Fini? You have it there in Lucy's battle. Let me see if it's in any more of the featured duels here. I guess not. Spotlight duels. Doesn't look like. Oh, there's TMMN, who's on my Discord, is running 3 Tapu Finis and 3 Gyarados, and he's just basically showing off his shiny red Gyarados, and I'm quite jealous that he has them. There's somebody, I can't pronounce the name, running a Tapu Fini. There's Rai, who's running 3 Tapu Finis. So Tapu Fini is, I'm not going to say it's a meta figure, but it's definitely finding a niche role in the meta. Let me know what you guys think about Tapu Fini. Is it too much to give up to banish your own figure, to choose your opponent's figure? Does it have too much miss? That's my big concern with Tapu Fini, and I actually think the wheel Tapu Fini has is closer to the wheel that Tapu Koko should have. I think if they had the same wheel, except for instead of the purple, the gold, I think Tapu Koko, I wouldn't think that Tapu Koko needed a nerf, and I think that it wouldn't be quite as broken as it is today. That's all I've got for today's video. Let me know in the comments below what you think about Tapu Fini, and until next time.